Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we diving deep into a common and often frustrating fault code that many Toyota owners might face. P0505, which points to an idle control system malfunction. If you've got a check engine light on and your car's idling, weirdly maybe it is too high, too low, or it's hunting up and down, this video is for you. We're going to break down what this code means, what causes it, and most importantly, how to fix it yourself and save a trip to the mechanic. So, what is P0505? In simple terms, your car's brain, the ECU, is telling you that it is struggling to control the engine's speed when you're not stepping on the gas. It's trying to maintain that smooth, stable idle we all expect, but something is preventing it from doing so. The engine might rev up on its own, feel like it's about to stall, or just sound erratic. This isn't just annoying, it can also affect your fuel economy and overall driving experience. Now, where do we start looking for the culprit? 9 times out of 10, with a P0505 code on a Toyota, the problem lies with the throttle body assembly. This is a critical component that controls the amount of air entering your engine. Over time, it can get gunked up with carbon deposits and oil residue. This buildup can cause the throttle plate, the little butterfly valve inside, to stick or not move as freely as it should. The ECU commands a certain position for a specific idle speed, but if the plate is sticking, it can't respond accurately. This mismatch between the commanded position and the actual position is what triggers the P0505 code. Another potential cause, though less common for this specific code, could be a vacuum leak. If there's an unmetered air leak somewhere in the intake system after the mass airflow sensor, it throws off the air-fuel mixture. The ECU tries to compensate by adjusting the idle, but the leak creates an unstable condition it can't control, leading to the idle malfunction code. So, a quick visual inspection of all your vacuum hoses for any cracks or loose connections is always a good first step. But let's focus on the most likely suspect, the throttle body. Diagnosing this is pretty straightforward. First, you'll need to locate it. It's usually situated between your air filter box and the engine's intake manifold. You'll see a large diameter tube connecting them. The throttle body is the metal housing that this tube connects to. To check it, you'll need to remove the intake tube to get a clear view inside. Be careful with any sensors and hoses connected to it. Once you can see the throttle plate, inspect it. Is there a black, sticky ring of carbon around the edges where the plate closes? That's our prime suspect. Now, with the engine off, gently push on the throttle plate with your finger. Does it move smoothly, or does it feel sticky and hesitant? It should have a light, spring-loaded feel and snap back cleanly into its closed position. If it sticks or feels gritty, you've found your problem. That buildup is preventing the fine adjustments needed for a stable idle. So, let's get to the fix. The solution is usually a good, thorough cleaning. Nida Kenna throttle body cleaner. Make sure it S1. That is one that is safe for electronic throttle bodies and their coatings. You'll also need some clean rags or shop towels and maybe a soft brush, like an old toothbrush, to help scrub away the stubborn deposits. The best way to do this is to remove the throttle body from the vehicle. It is typically held on by 4 bolts and has a few electrical connectors and maybe a coolant line or 2. Always disconnect the battery's negative terminal before unplugging any electrical components. This is a crucial safety step. Once it's off, you can clean it much more effectively and without spraying cleaner all over your engine bay. Spray the cleaner inside the throttle body bore and onto the plate. Let it soak for a minute to break down the carbon. Then, use your rag and brush to gently wipe away all the grime. Pay special attention to the edges of the throttle plate and the bore where it sits. You want that area to be perfectly clean. Open and close the plate by hand to clean all around it. Keep cleaning until it's spotless and the plate moves freely with no sticking whatsoever. After it's clean and dry, reinstall it onto the engine. Reconnect all the bolts, hoses, and electrical connectors, and then reconnect your battery. Now, here is a critical final step that many people miss. You need to perform an idle relearn procedure, or reset the idle adaptation. After cleaning, the throttle plate's 0 position has changed. The ECU has old learned values from when it was dirty, and was compensating for the buildup. If you just start the car, the idle might be extremely high because the ECU is still trying to open the plate to a position that is now way too far. The relearn procedure allows the ECU to learn the new, correct closed position of the clean throttle plate. The exact procedure can vary slightly by model, but a common method for many Toyotas is to simply disconnect the battery for about 15 to 20 minutes to reset the ECU's memory. After reconnecting it, start the car and let it idle without touching the gas pedal. Allow the engine to come up to full operating temperature. It might idle high at first, but it should gradually settle down as the ECU recalibrates. It may take a few minutes of idling and even a short drive cycle for it to fully learn the new parameters. Once the idle is stable and back to normal, clear the P0505 fault code with a scanner. And that's it. You've just fixed one of the most common Toyota idle issues. Taking the time to properly clean the throttle body and reset the adaptation can save you hundreds of dollars. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope this guide helps you tackle that P0505 code with confidence. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more DIY car repair guides. Let me know in the comments if you've faced this issue before. See you in the next one.